So as you all know by now, Stefon Diggs has been traded to the Texans, leaving Josh Allen by himself. Now, I personally think the trade was good for both teams, but a lot of people seem to say that Josh Allen really needed Stefon Diggs. But in this video, we're going to see if that is true. Today, we're going to be rebuilding the Buffalo Bills with Josh Allen, and we're going to see if in 3 years they can get to the Super Bowl. All right, boys, that's enough of me yapping. Let's get right into year one.
All right, boys, we're here at year one. Let's check out the roster and see what we need to work on. So looking at the Bills roster, they honestly made some pretty good free agency signings in my opinion. Curtis Samuel is probably one of the most underrated ones. He was really good at Washington he was good last year and the year before too. But I think with better quarterback play, he's going to be elevated a lot. But that's all the moves they really made. They also picked up La'el Collins. He was left guard in the game, but I switched him over to right tackle, so not bad. And before we start this rebuild, boys, it would be appreciated if you hit that subscribe button and leave a like. I'm looking to get to around 20 likes for this video. And if you guys want to see a rebuild that you're thinking of, make sure you comment it down below. So in the draft, I'm probably thinking about getting a wide receiver here just to replace Diggs, but I'm not too sure who will still be there at pick 28. We'll have to see. I'm thinking here they could get like added on Mitchell or maybe Xavier Worthy, but I don't think they'll be here. Brian Thomas would be nice. Xavier Worthy's here. Leggett we could get in like the second round. Mitchell is here. I think Brian Thompson would be nice, honestly. I think we're gonna go with Brian Thomas here. I think that's a good pickup for the Bills there. 95 speed, 96 acceleration. And I think with the rest of their picks, they gotta focus on getting some defensive guys. And my first defensive guy I think I'm going to get is definitely a free safety or a strong safety, one of the two. And I'm going to go with Taylor Demerson. That 91 speed and a hidden dev. Let's go, boys. And honestly here, it's hard to say who they could go for here. I could see them taking left end, which is probably what I'll do. Because Von Miller's still playing. But obviously we don't know if he's actually going to be playing. Because last year he did not do great. But I think for the rest of the draft, we're going to advance to the end here. And see how year one goes. Alrighty, boys, after the draft, this is what our lineup's looking like. I had to do some customization here, but I think I'm gonna have Brian Robinson at number 1 wide receiver, and then have Curtis Samuel at number 2. Not bad. And I think Khalil Shakir is probably best suited for the slot. And then defense, we honestly didn't draft much defense except for the free safety, Tyler Demerson. So let's see if he has a good dev trait. Let me know down in the comments if we get to the playoffs this year. We shall see, boys. I'm going to sim to midseason and see how we do. Alrighty, boys, midseason. It looks like we're 4-3. Honestly, not horrible, but it is midseason, so we'll keep that in mind. Let's look at what players we have to re-sign. I know we might not have a lot of cap room. Ooh, Rasul Douglas does want to resign too. All right, we got some big re-signings here. Oh God, we have a lot. Okay, I think I'm definitely gonna let Mike Edwards walk here. Hyde Johnson walk, obviously. Depending on how, no, he's 29. We're definitely not gonna say. We're gonna ignore DeMar Hamlin here and we're gonna let him walk. Big re-signs here. 29-year-old Rasul Douglas and 28-year-old Teron Johnson. Obviously, it's our number 1 priority to get Teron Johnson because he is younger. I wouldn't mind a 2-year deal with him. Okay, perfect. So he stays here, and maybe we might be able to get Rasul Douglas. No, we're in the negative, so we'll have to look for another way around that. Deion Dawkins is 32 though. Yeah, this is gonna be a hard first year, boys, but season's not over yet. We'll have to see how we do near the end. And we finish off the season 11-6, and we are playing the Kansas City Chiefs. This is great. All right, let's take a look at the stats for the season and see if any of our rookies went crazy. Looking at the stats, Josh Allen second in the NFL for passing yards. 31-6, the Josh Allen stat line. Actually, more like 10 interceptions there. James Cook had a great year, 11 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Pretty good year. Not really efficient, but it's okay. Josh Allen, 381 yards, 5 touchdowns, and then Ty Johnson had 7 touchdowns too. Receiving, Curtis Samuel balled out with 8 touchdowns, 1,100 yards. Brian Thomas also had 1,100 yards, 3 touchdowns. Khalil Shakir, 9 touchdowns and 900 yards. What a year for all these guys. Dalton Kincaid also having a pretty good year for the tight ends. Defensively, Matt Milano obviously leading the team in tackles. We had 3 interceptions from Rasul Douglas, 3 from Teron Johnson. Like, that's going to make it even harder to re-sign Rasul Douglas. He had a pretty good year. 2 interceptions from Taylor Rapp, and then 1 for all these dudes. Sacks wise, we had 15 from Von Miller. I don't know how realistic that is, but we'll take it. We had 6.5 from Greg Rousseau, 6 from Daquan Jones, 5.5 from Ed Oliver, and then 1 and 2s from these guys. Tackles for loss, we had 12 for each of these guys. Honestly, defense looked to be pretty good. Since it is the first year, we're not going to watch the game. We're just going to sim pass and see if we can beat the Chiefs in the wild card. And obviously, we lose to the sim leaders, the Chiefs. Bills lose again, their first year back. But it's a good thing we are playing for 3 years. We have 2 more years to get this done. And we have our yearly rewards. MVP was Joe Burrow, and Josh Allen was in 4th. Did we have anyone else? No, we did not. AFC Offensive Player of the Year was Joe Burrow. Josh Allen was 5th. Defensive Player of the Year was Chris Jones. Von Miller was 7th. Offensive Rookie of the Year was Brian Thomas Jr. That definitely deserves an upgrade. He probably might have superstar. Let's hope. Defensive Rookie of the Year was Tyler Nubin. We had no one, and we had no one for best positions either. So honestly, a pretty good season, but we didn't make it to the Super Bowl, which was our #1 goal, sadly. And the Super Bowl this year was Bengals and Dallas. Nice Super Bowl matchup. Looking at the lineup now after the season, Josh Allen now has X Factor. Brian Thomas is a superstar now. Kincaid is also a superstar. I'm surprised Curtis Samuel didn't get a better upgrade. Maybe it's because he is a little bit older, but he had an amazing year. And defensively, no upgrades from here. I'm surprised Tyron Johnson didn't get an upgrade. Tyler Demison is now a star dev too. All right, arguably one of the hardest things to do at this point of the year is re-sign the players that we need. Okay, so we are gonna accept the option of Kyrie Elam. But we have 45 million. We have a lot more than what I thought we had. So this actually makes it a little bit easier. I think Von Miller probably retired, which is good for us. So Rasul Douglas, I think I'm gonna take him back on maybe a 2-year. Hopefully he comes back. He's gonna test out free agency. That is honestly not horrible because we can try and get a younger corner to replace Rasul Douglas. Even though it's going to be hard, he played really good in his first season. Dion Dawkins, I don't mind having him for another 2 years, and maybe we can possibly get a left tackle in the draft. Before I sign Spencer Brown back, I want to see if we still have La'el Collins. I don't know. Okay, no, he's still here. We might put Spencer Brown at right or center. Let's see how good Spencer Brown is at center. I don't know how realistic him going to center is, but hey, he goes up in overall to 79 overall. So that stops us from having to get a center, and I think the line is honestly not too bad. So we are going to sign Spencer Brown back. We're going to try and get him for a 3-year contract. Perfect, he stays. Looking at everyone else, I don't think we need anyone. Actually, you know what? We'll take Reggie Gilliam. And I think we're looking good. Let's sim to free agency, boys. Well. The guy that's always here when we play. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah is here. And we won't be able to get him because he's too expensive. So that kind of sucks. So let's go sort out by categories. We'll go with defensive tackle first. Glover Stewart, gonna be too expensive. Ooh, Aleem McNeil, and he's only 25. If we can get that down and get him, I would love that. Left outside linebackers, there is no one. So we'll have to draft one. I would really like to get Jeremiah Owusu, but we're not going to be getting him. Cornerback wise, Greg Newsome's here, but he's going to be way too expensive. DJ Reed, an underrated cornerback at that, but not really many quarterbacks. A bunch of just older dudes or younger dudes without dead traits. Safety wise, there is Justin Reed. Ooh, but these guys are way too expensive. We have no money. I might try and make a move on Justin Reed because he would be a nice addition to the team. I'm going to see if I can move some money around, see what we can do here. So we made some moves with money. We got 16 million while we're also targeting Aleem McNeil. So I'm going to see who's probably a better pickup because we could put Javon Holland at strong safety. How old is Justin Reed? He's 28. I think we're gonna go and try and get the Canadian himself, Javon Holland. We need to make a little bit more room for money. So let's go reconstruct more contracts. We're probably going to be screwed for next year. I'm not going to lie with how many contracts we just reconstructed. Oh, we're not even on. Okay, yeah, it's probably going to be near impossible to get Javon Holland. He's just way too expensive. We could put in the money for Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, or we could put the money in for Greg Newsome. I got to think about this. All right, I thought about this, and I think we're going to put Justin Reed. Go and try and get him because he's still a good player, but he is a little bit older. That's the only thing that's a little annoying. He's a little bit older, but I think I can make it work. And let's see if there's any centers that are younger that are on this list. Yeah, no, there's not many great centers that are young. Mitch Morris, obviously our guy. Any left tackles that are younger? Jedrick Wills wouldn't be bad, because I wouldn't mind moving Dion Dawkins because he is older. I think that's what we're gonna do. All right, and we trade Dion Dawkins for a 3rd round pick to the Broncos, who are probably going to take a quarterback in this draft. They have the first pick, so it will more than likely be a quarterback for them. So it doesn't look like we're gonna be able to get Jedrick Wills, but I'm going to make another trade to see maybe we can get another pick from Dawson Knox, because he's just not going to be used. I'm going to be honest. See if we can get that off, and there we go. That is a done deal. So I think we got enough picks. Let's go look at the team right now. Reorder this. Definitely doesn't look horrible. We need a right tackle for sure. Right or left tackle, one of the two. All right, let's see if they take these offers here. And oh wait, I didn't see Aleem McNeil. Okay, well, we missed out on Aleem McNeil, but we did get Justin Reed, which is perfect for us. So looking at the defense now, looking pretty good. Maybe would like to get another middle linebacker here. Safeties are perfect. Cornerbacks maybe need a little bit of work, but they're not horrible. They could be a lot worse. Line definitely need a defensive tackle. So we're going to focus on right outside linebacker, defensive tackle, and maybe a middle linebacker here. Offense, right tackle, and wide receiver. All right, heading into the draft, we are definitely going to be having to focus on getting a left or right tackle, one of the two. And looking through the draft, there was like a good amount, not a horrible amount. Let's go right over to left tackle. I think there was better left tackles in the draft. Yes. Okay. So I was thinking about getting this guy, but I don't know if he has ARC pass blocking, but he has poor strength. So that's what's got me scared, because usually with poor strength, they're not the greatest. And I really like Brandon Atkinson's actually too. I didn't heart him though, which was weird. He's got elite range of direction, great strength too. He might probably be the pick here. And we're gonna go with Brandon Atkinson's here. Normal dev. That kind of sucks. Hopefully it's a higher overall, but it's whatever. Get in the next pick. Next pick here, we do have a lot of second rounds. So here, probably need a defensive tackle. I want to go to my favorites to see what's left. Got to go with the guy that's closer at the top. I'm going to look at all regions, and we're going to look for, okay, Gallagher's still there. He looks really good though. If those are all A's there, let me see his strength, because usually strength is kind of a telling sign here. Great strength. We might go with Miles here. And there we go. Hidden dev, right tackle. We're going to go 2 tackles in this draft, left and right. And we have another second round pick, probably either going to be defensive tackle or cornerback, one of our weaker positions. See, Niles Allen doesn't look bad, but he's not going to be available. And I think we really need defensive tackle. We're going to go defensive tackle here. Let's go. Hidden dev, Niles Allen. Welcome to the squad. Now there's just no good cornerbacks left, so we're probably not going to be taking a cornerback here. Okay, we need a 3rd pick. We need a 3rd pick, and I'm thinking we're going to maybe little middle linebacker here. I'm going to go with this guy. Draft him. Draft him. Oh, we got him. We got him. Kirk. Brittingham.
Today, Junior.
Welcome to the squad. Hidden dev. Let's go, boys. And we got another pick in the 3rd round. Hopefully the left outside linebacker I was looking for is still here. He is here. I just hope he is a good prospect. Let's see. Maybe a miss. Don't know what his overall is, so not horrible. And looking down on all my favorites, there's not really much left here. If we're gonna take anyone, probably be one of the defensive tackles just to get some more depth at defensive tackle. And it might just be the better athlete that we take. I'm gonna go with Starks here. We know that he has B tackling, so there we go. Hidden dev trait. We hit all the dev traits today, boys. Let's go. And we're just gonna sim to the end here, see what our CPU picks out for us. Looking on the draft recap, we got Brandon Atkinson, 71 overall, so he was kind of a miss, but we also got a right tackle here, so that's pretty good, and he's also a hidden dev. The rest of these guys are all hidden devs, so Miles looks pretty good, 72 overall. 72 overall, Niles Allen with a hidden dev. Brittingham might be our best pickup, another hidden dev middle linebacker. Pat Morris, I think he was, he was not a hidden dev, and I also think defensive tackle Eric Starks was one too. So we might have cooked. Let's go take a look at the lineup. All right, looking at the lineup, our right tackle is in, I think it was Miles Yorborg or something like that. I don't even know how to say it. And that was really it. We got our 1st round pick. He probably will not be playing at all. That was kind of a miss on my part. That's on me, boys. But defense, we kind of cooked with defense. We have 2 hidden dev defensive tackles. That'll make great on our line. We have a hidden dev middle linebacker, which, ooh, he could also play defense. We might, nah, we're gonna keep him at middle linebacker. But everything else, I think we kind of cooked, boys. I think we kind of cooked. But we won't know if we did good in the draft until we reach the end of the season, boys. So I'm going to see you around mid-season. Alrighty, boys. We have made it to mid-season. 3-4. Were we 4-3 last year? I can't remember. But get these upgrades in here. Checking out who we have to re-sign this year. Gregory Rousseau, we have to re-sign. I'm gonna wait till the end of the season to see how good he did. James Cook wants to re-sign. I'm also gonna wait on him. Terrell Bernard, I think I'm gonna sign him back. He is cornerstone of our defense because he is so young. Khalil Shakir, I'm gonna wait on him. Connor McGovern, he's 27. I would like a 3-year deal on him. That would be nice. Okay, perfect. We got him back. But looking at everyone else, I don't think we need anyone else. Kincaid will have to accept his option. Gregory Rousseau is going to bleed us dry with how much money he wants. So we'll have to decide on if we want him back at the end of the season. Let's see how we end up on year 2, boys. And we end up going 7-10, which again isn't horrible, but definitely look for a bit better. Niles Allen got a lot of upgrades, so we're gonna see how our team did and where we lacked. Looking at the stats, Josh Allen kind of had a down year, 24 touchdowns and 8 interceptions, 3,600 yards though. And James Cook, not a great season from him. We'll probably be looking to move on from James Cook. Kind of just a down year from everyone here. Only 900 yards for Curtis Samuel, not horrible. Brian Thomas had only 5 touchdowns. Khalil Shakir 7 touchdowns. Defensively, looks like was our bright spot. We had Terrell Bernard. Obviously, that's why we resigned him. 123 tackles, and Matt Milano had 104 sacks. Gregory Rousseau. Oh my God. Okay, so we will probably have to resign Gregory Rousseau. 15 sacks, 21 tackles for loss. That is just insane. Marcus Harris had 8.5 sacks, 11 tackles for loss. I don't remember who Marcus Harris is. Not bad from him though. Niles Allen had 7 sacks and 19 tackles for loss. Ed Oliver had 15 tackles for loss and 4 sacks. Boys, what a year from defense. And then interceptions, Matt Milano had 2, Tyler Demison had 2, Dorian Williams had 2, and 1 for Justin Reed and Christian Bradford. Would like to see more out of that, but better than nothing. Looking at the lineup, no depth trait upgrades from these guys except for Miles. He got a start of. Defensively, Niles Allen is a X-Factor player. Wow, who would have guessed that? We got Niles Allen in like the 2nd round. I can't remember when we got Niles Allen. I'm trying to figure out. I think it was the 2nd or the 3rd round, which is really, really crazy. So that leads to question. Do we move on from Ed Oliver? And I think we should. Or what we could do is have Starks come up, play for him, and then we move Niles Allen out to right end, which would be perfect for us, which I think is what we're going to do. Well, that'll be some thinking over the offseason because I have no clue what I want to do. All right, taking a look at the yearly rewards. Joe Burrow, MVP again. Do we have anyone? We had no one. Desmond Ridder for the Falcons, nice. AFC was Lamar Jackson. We had absolutely no one for Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year was Max Crosby. We had Gregory Rousseau in 4th. Pretty good from him. Offensive Rookie of the Year was Simon Hoke. We had absolutely no one. And Defensive Rookie of the Year was Niles Allen. Let's go, boys. What a pickup. And we had Best Kicker, Tyler Bass. Let's go. And Niles Allen gets 3 upgrade points for getting Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, Defensive Rookie of the Year, sorry. All right, so we switched up the team a little bit. We're in a 3-4 scheme. I'm thinking about moving Matt Milano. Thinking about moving Matt Milano to middle linebacker and then possibly trading one of these 2 guys. And then our defensive line is honestly stacked up. I really like this, but we'll definitely have to work on our linebacker situation. Probably looking to get rid of Matt Milano because he is 32. So yeah, it'll save us some cap space. So we'll have to say goodbye to Matty Milano, which will save us $5 million in cap, which is really good. Also gonna look to release Taylor Rapp. Not gonna need him anymore. And our last drop will be Curtis Samuel. Frees up $6.5 million in cap. Just he's getting old, so. And we'll also release Lale Collins. He is going to be costing us way too much, and he's also 33. So we're basically doing a whole new lineup here, boys. We're gonna have to go crazy in the draft, and we're gonna have to go crazy in free agency, boys. All right, time to re-sign Gregory. Oh, okay. That actually scared me. Kincaid, I thought we had to re-sign Kincaid. All right, so we're not going to sign James Cook. I'm going to leave Rousseau over here. Oh, we have to re-sign Christian Bedford too. He's been playing really good for us. Oh, we have a lot of dudes. I am not. Oh, this is horrible. In our 2nd year too. This is not great. Oh, Gregory Rousseau is going to cost us so much money, boys. Let's get all the smaller guys out the way. We're going to go Christian Bedford first. He's testing free agency. So Khalil Shakir will do that. He should come back. Okay, well, no one wants to come back. No one wants to come back. All right, this is going to be a hard draft, boys. This is not going to be great. All right, so we cleaned up some space. We should be able to get back Gregory Rousseau. Should put us down to like 20. We'll do low risk. He wants to come back. We're at 16 million. I'm going to try and clean up a little bit more cap room, see if we can get some cap space for free agency. All right, we reconstructed contracts for all of our players. We got 44 million for free agency. All right, it's already looking really good. We have Ronnie Stanley. So I'm going to try and focus on getting younger players, obviously. Zach Tom, I did get him in a rebuild once. I think I might do it again. We're going to go with him. Low risk. We'll take that. And then right tackles. Ooh, this is where it hurts. No one is here. One Taylor. We might have to look in the draft for that. That's okay. All right, then wide receivers are next because that position is lacking. Okay, this is actually pretty good. So we have George Pickens. I think he is going to be a complete grab here. So doesn't look like we might not be able to get him. I'm going to look somewhere else before I start going for him. We're going to look at running back. David Montgomery, older dude, will take less money. I'll take it. And he also wants to come here, so I like that. And we already have it above the Bears. That's perfect. Looking at the linebackers, got old timer Matthew Judon, TJ Edwards here. He would have been perfect last year. I think we might go with oldie Matthew Judon for 1 year. Maybe get some veteran play out of him. And then we're gonna spend big on wide receivers. See if we can get someone nice. And I think I really want to spend big on George Pickens and get him paired up with Brian Thomas. And then focus the rest on our draft. So we gave him a good check there. Oh, he just doesn't want to come to Buffalo. We're not gonna have enough money for him anyways. Let's not do that. That'll save us some money. Con Dotson isn't horrible. We're gonna go with him. See who's offering him contracts too. Okay, well, we're leading in wide receiver anyway, so that's perfect. I think we're just gonna stick with that. We're gonna see if we're gonna be able to get all these guys that we want. We should be leading in all the top of them, so that's good. Fill our offers, and it looks like we probably got, yeah, we did get everyone we wanted. Perfect. So 11 million left. I think we're okay with that. I'm gonna take a look at the draft. Taking a look at the mock draft, it looks like we have the 6th pick, and we were projected to take Avery Ward. He looks pretty good. This is probably the best draft I could have ever asked for. I just saved off a bunch of players. I'm really liking them, and I think I'm ready to go to the draft. We have the 6th pick in the draft with 7 and 10, which is kind of crazy, I think. And we do have really good tackles on the board right now. We have Stephon Coleman, Chad Foster, and we also have very good cornerback, Julius Harrison. Wow, I just looked at this cornerback and he ran a 4.32. I don't think I'm going to pass up on this. I think we're going to take Julius Harrison, boys. 94 speed, 95 acceleration. We might have found the best player in the draft. Wow, that is a serious upgrade. All right, in the 2nd round now. Didn't make any trades, so let's go looking through what we have here. I want to go check out tackles because tackles what we for sure need. I'm scared about taking these this guy probably is horrible. I'm not gonna lie. Right tackles, wow, they are all gone. We might have made a big mistake. Here I'm gonna go with one of my favorite players that I found. Hey, he's a hidden dev. We'll take that, boys. We'll take that. So knowing we're actually going pretty early in every part of the draft is pretty nice because guys that I do want are always usually there. And oh wait, hold on, we didn't have him favored. I forgot. He's left guard. There he is. Chester, welcome to the team. You're coming on the team. Let's go. He's a hidden dev. Let's go. We got a hidden dev, boy. Let's go. All right, I think that's gonna be my last pick. I'm gonna let the CPU pick this out. We are getting into our last year, boys. Looking at the draft recap, Julius Harrison, a 78 overall. David Betts, 69 overall, but hidden dev. Chester, 74 overall, hidden dev. Wow, we cooked here, boys. I'm actually interested to see how good this draft was because there was a lot of, okay, yeah, this was a very cornerback heavy draft. We got the 2nd best guy in the draft, which is really nice. All right, looking at the squad now. We're going to move Chester over to right tackle, so pretend he's at right tackle. Actually, we'll do that right now. All right, he's not as good, but he will have start ev, so we're going to put him there. Defensively, it's looking pretty nice. I'm not going to lie. We're going to put Betts over right here. 69 overall, but with hidden dev, so let's hope he's good. And I think Harrison hopefully has superstar or X Factor. That'll come clutch. But boys, final year. Let's see if the Bills can get it done. Alrighty, boys. Keeping it the same as always. 3-4, but we did beat the Jets 23-0. Nice. Dolphins are 6-1, and then the division is kind of tied up 3-3, 3-4, and 3-4. Not what you want to see, really, but we'll take it. I really hope we make it to the playoffs, boys. I'm scared. But looking at our stats for the season, let's take a look at how we're doing. Josh Allen is 3rd in the NFL for passing yards, 10 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Not great. Not having a great running attack either. Josh Allen doing some work too, though. Receiving, Ronnie Bell. I don't know who the hell that is, but nice. We'll take that. Jahan Dotson doing pretty good. Everyone's doing pretty well. Defensively, got around 3.5 sacks for Niles Allen already, and 10 tackles for loss from Ed Oliver. Putting in the work. Only 2 interceptions. I would like to see that go up a bit this year, but one can only pray we make it to the playoffs here, boys. That's all we really need to look at. Let's pray to the gods and see if we can get to the playoffs. Boys, we finished 9-8 and we missed the playoffs. Sad to see. This is how our season ends. I want to go take a look at the stats and see what happened to this team. Josh Allen, 4,200 yards, 32 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Rushing wise, David Montgomery having a pretty good season, but not really efficient. Josh Allen putting some work on the ground too. Our boys had 1,000 yards each, 7 touchdowns, 5 touchdowns from Jahan Dotson, 8 touchdowns from Dalton Kincaid. Just a sad season, boys. 120 tackles from Terrell Bernard. Sacks, 9.5 from Gregory Rousseau, 8 from Niles Allen, 4 from Ed Oliver, 4 from Marcus Harris. 20 tackles for loss from Ed Oliver, 16 from Gregory Rousseau, 15 from Niles Allen. Interceptions, we weren't able to get that number up. Marvin Baldwin, I don't know who the hell that is, but he had 2 interceptions. What a man. That's just sometimes how it happens, boys. Can never get really lucky with the sim. And yeah, we made it the first year, and then after that, it was just kind of hard to get back to where we were. This is what the team looked like after. Looks pretty good. Definitely can make a run next year. Harrison was also a superstar. We guessed it. Just want to say appreciate you boys for watching. If you guys want to comment down any rebuilds, make sure you leave a comment down below. And if you guys want to see more content like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that like button. Have a good day, boys.